What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Another day in the books, another winning day in the books for Dan's Rants. I'm not surprised. Maybe you're surprised. It's beyond my comprehension how people continue to hesitate on the client list. I hope you didn't have to have a fake smile at your dinner table. I hope the prime rib still tasted as good, even though you lost money because you hesitated on getting the picks. But me, everybody on the client list, we locked in, we made some profit, took about 2 units to the bank on a day where the slate was small. We're happy, guys. We're looking forward to the weekend. We take it, we add it to the tally, we move on. That was yesterday. Stay locked in, stay focused. I'm ready for these picks. I've already sent out a bunch. I'll put a few of them on the screen, screenshots there on the screen for you guys to see. And there's some big ones in the mix. You guys see the unit sizes on those text messages. There's some big plays this week, and I have more. And I've cashed my max play 3 weeks in a row. We got the whole rest of NFL Week 17. We got college basketball in the mix. We have the college football playoff. We have the end of the year, the start of the next year. You're really going to hesitate. I mean, we're talking a little bit over $20 a week for this type of winning. It is unbelievable how you guys continue to pass up the opportunity. I'm going to go ahead and build a same game parlay in today's video for Thursday Night Football. I didn't plan on doing this video, man. This is just on a whim. This is just organic. I don't even have the picks yet. I have a blank piece of paper. In fact, you guys should pause this video right now, get yourself a piece of paper, get yourself something to write with, and just get ready to write down these picks, because I'm going to pull up my Outlier software. We're going to pull up FanDuel, and I'm just organically going to build the same game parlay in today's video. And it'll kind of give you guys a feel for kind of how I do this thing. Now, this is kind of short term. I'm going to do this whole thing in today's video. I'm not going to go crazy on a deep dive in terms of the data and stuff. But I do like this game. I think it presents a good opportunity. I think this particular game and the game script that I'm expecting for this game presents us with an awesome opportunity for props. So I believe we're going to be able to put together a really good same game parlay here, somewhere around plus 100 odds, and we'll be able to cash this ticket. So if you guys lost money yesterday, hopefully I can bless you with a winning ticket today. By the way, guys, the whiteboard winning free picks, 70% win rate on the year. Be sure to check out my week 17 prediction video and get the whiteboard winning free pick that's in that video. There's another free pick you can get. And our ladder challenge wager. Excellent day on Christmas. I told you guys the Ravens were that was going to be our riskiest part. I usually take the alt spreads. You guys have been seeing how I've been doing it. We go with the alternate totals and stuff like that. Ravens money line, man. We smashed the Ravens. We got through the riskiest part of our parlay. We knocked down Christmas Day. We got 2 more wagers on Saturday. Alt spreads with the better teams getting tons of points. I feel good about it. This is sports betting. Nothing is guaranteed. And some of those bets on Saturday, they could fall short, but I feel good. I have good feeling about this, guys. I think we're going to cash that third ticket, and we're going to get down to our final wager to complete the challenge, taking $1,000 into $25,000 in about 2 weeks time, man, before the end of the year. So really look forward to that. If you guys are not subscribed to my channel, you have to hit that button and you have to turn those notifications on, because that video, that fourth wager video, the big one, the 5-digit wager over a $10,000 wager, that video will be posted Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, as long as we can get through the last 2 legs of that ticket. So be sure to look out for that video on Saturday. And definitely drop a like on today's video too. Like I said, I'm just doing this on a whim. I'm just recording this right now. I'm going to put together a parlay and try to help you out and try to get you another ticket, man. Hit the like button, show some support for this type of stuff. I'm in a good mood. It's the holiday season, so I'm blessing you guys with another free pick. Let's get to it, man. Let's pull up the books. Let me share the screen with you guys. We're going to pull up Outlier, run through some props, write them down. Then we'll go to FanDuel, put together, the bets that we think we're going to go with. So let me actually pull up that screen for you guys. There's Outlier, the back tab. Come back here. All right, here we go. Outlier. So this is an excellent software. It's so cool. It's really a must-have if you're in the betting industry, so we can filter stuff out. So we'll go to our filter. We'll go to games, and we'll just go ahead and click on this game. We'll go to results. We'll come back up here, actually. We'll go to the props that we want. So let's scroll down, because I'm not going to bet on like interceptions, fumbles lost. I mean, there's all this stuff you can bet on. Outlier, this software is super cool, but we're going to kind of filter some things down here. So let's go ahead. We'll go on money line. Maybe there's some interesting notes on that. Pass plus rush, passing attempts is good. We're going to skip we'll go with touchdowns. Passing yards is a big one. Receiving targets, receiving yards, big one. Receptions, big one. Rushing attempts is a big one. Rushing yards, we'll take that as well. We'll click the spread, and we'll also click the total. Let's go ahead and view the 37 results for Thursday Night Football. And right at the top, it just automatically gives you some good ones. If you guys are interested in this software, you don't even have to pay, man. A free trial, you can get a full week of this software with the link I have in the description of this video. Sign up, get Outlier, download this, phone, computer, it doesn't even matter. It's just so cool. There's the tools. It gives you these bets. I mean, right here at the top, we got Odunze, man. He's failed to exceed 44.5 receiving yards in 4 of his last 5 games. We can click on this. We can go from last 5 games to last 10, scroll down here, seeing exactly what he's doing. We can go over here to matchup, injuries, insights, filter it down even more. You can spend hours on this software and come up with the best bets you can possibly have. This software makes life easy for sports bettors. There is a free trial with the link in the description. Can't recommend it enough. You don't have to pay. It's not like I'm shilling it. It's nothing like that. Take advantage of it. Free trial, link in the description. So here we go. Odunze. I don't like unders. I just want to start by saying I don't like unders. Generally, when I build same game parlays, I like to find rushing props, passing props, receiving props that are very likely to go over. And then we go with an alternate line even lower than what the line is set at. I don't like going with the unders. I don't want to bet on an under and have a guy go off. So I just kind of want to use this as an example to kind of just show you some tools here of Outlier. But we'll go back and we'll keep scrolling down. Noah Fant failed to exceed 3.5 receptions, averaging 2.5, 2.2 a game. Not interested in that. Tyler Lockett has exceeded 17.5 receiving yards in 11 of his last 14 games on the road. But if we look into this, guys, look at his last 2. So we'll go to the last 10 here. Look at his recent performance. This is not something we can bet on. This is too risky. He's getting like a catch or 2 per game. I'm not interested. Charbonnet, not interested, but it is a little good insight here, just looking at his attempts. Swift, he's not good either. DK Metcalf, averaging 3.6 receptions a game. Don't love to see that. Chicago Bears are 8-2-1 against the spread in their last 11 games at home. So that's interesting. So maybe we'll write that down. Maybe we'll consider a Bears alternative spread. But that's hard to trust with the way the defense is playing for the Bears. DK Metcalf has exceeded 60.5 receiving yards in 5 of his last 6 games on the road, averaging 86.2 receiving yards a game. This has my attention. So we'll go down. Look at this, guys. 49, the lowest. I mean, he's done 66, 70, 99, 104, 129. Let's go to his last 10. Look at that. The very, 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 very lowest game, almost the total outlier, was 28 yards. So DK receiving yards. Maybe we'll go with an alternate with that. We can go to the matchup as well. We can look at Chicago receiving yards defense. So overall, they're 20th. Not very good. They've been worse as of lately as well. Versus wide receiver. You can kind of see what's been done recently here. 13-24. I mean, team rankings. You can look at team rankings here. Offense versus defense. You can actually go here to passing yards. So the Seahawks, you guys can see right here, 4th. They are 4th in passing yards versus the 22nd defense. This is a defense giving up a lot of passing yards. This is an offense that has a lot of passing yards. So DK, I think we're going to go with an alternate line here on DK. We're also going to write down Geno Smith's alternative passing just in general. As a quarterback prop, we'll have to look at his completions as well. But that's a good start. The Seahawks, 10-2 in their last 12 games as a favorite. Interesting. So that's straight up. Let's take a look at that. New York, Carolina, Arizona, Cleveland, Washington, Tennessee. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these games are pretty tight. So maybe we'll actually consider an alternate spread with the Seahawks, who actually have something to play for. You know, the Bears season is over. I get it. Maybe you want to finish on a little bit of a high note because of the rookie, but I think they're really starting to lose the locker room in Chicago. I don't think it's looking good. The under has hit 11 of the Chicago Bears' last 15 games as a dog. Don't love that. I don't like the way their defense is playing lately. And if you look at the last 6 there, it's 3-3. So yeah, I don't love that. AJ Barner, not interested in him. Geno Smith failed to exceed 34.5 passing attempts in 8 of his last 9 games, averaging about 30.8. That's interesting, especially in the game where if they do have the lead, maybe they want to run the ball a little bit more. But there are, the weakness of the Bears defense is against the pass. It wasn't at the start of the season, but it is now. They're just not even tackling guys back there. Caleb Williams has exceeded 1.5 passing touchdowns in 4 of his last 5 games. Maybe we could consider Caleb Williams to get us 1 passing touchdown. But the Seahawks defense, it has the ability to actually play good. We don't know if the Bears are going to lay down in this game. I'm not interested in really props on the Bears side. Keenan Allen, again, we could put in his prop, but I don't want to lose on the Bears, man. Cole Kmet averaging 3.6 receptions a game. Maybe we could put in him just to catch a pass or two. DeAndre Swift. Jackson Smith and Jigba, he's been going off. He's exceeding 67.5 receiving yards in 8 straight games, averaging 96.2. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Now, I'm going to put a star next to that, because it's kind of like you missed the train, right? I mean, this is a guy who's really emerged over these last half a dozen games. I don't want to be late to the party. We'll see what the line is, but I don't want an inflated line because of he's been used so much lately. Maybe it's finally the one game where Geno doesn't use him quite as much. I kind of feel like it's going to be a little bit of a bigger game for DK. He's failed to exceed 6.5 receptions. So although he's getting the yards, he's not really getting the receptions, only 5 a game on average. So that makes me a little bit nervous. DK Metcalf has failed to exceed 7.5 receiving targets. He's getting 6 targets again. So not catches, not receptions, but targets. Geno is looking his way 6 times on average a game. I don't mind that. I don't mind that, especially if we only need him to get us like 25 yards and a couple of catches. Let's keep going down here. Charbonnet, running props. I don't really like that. Not with the offensive line of the Seahawks. I think, here's some more evidence of that passing prop I was thinking about. Geno Smith failed to exceed 247.5 passing yards in 4 of his last 5 games on the road, but he's averaging 252.4. So although the stat doesn't really point you there for that particular line, if we're going with an alternative number, like just 200 plus, there's only one. There's only one game in the last 10, and it was that beatdown from Green Bay. Besides that game, you throw that out, he's gone over 200 passing yards in 9 of the other 10 games, 9 of his last 10. So maybe we'll go with an alternative passing prop for Geno. Only thing risky with that is Seahawks are way ahead. They might start running the ball. Charbonnet, Tyler Lockett exceeded 1.5 receptions in 13 of his last 16, but recently it's not good. You can see it's failed there 2 out of the last 3 times. Not really interested in Lockett. They're just not using him too much. Some more Lockett stuff. Geno's touchdown stuff. Geno's pass plus rush. Not interested in that. I don't think he's going to be scrambling in this game. So that's kind of what we have to work with. Let's go back to FanDuel now. Let me pop over to FanDuel, and we'll see if we can build this, man. We'll see if we can get to plus 100 odds, somewhere around there. I'm not going to get greedy. So we'll scroll down. By the way, let me get rid of this. Get rid of you. All right. So we'll go to more wagers. We're going to go to same game parlay. Well, actually, let's take a peek at the lines first. Let's take a peek at our lines. So passing props. Oops, I went too far. Passing props here for Thursday night. Geno said at 250. Geno Smith, 250. Interesting. Passing touchdowns. We got Geno. Both of them are kind of juiced to the under. Interesting. Caleb Williams really juiced to the under. Let's see what alternative touchdowns are. Geno Smith to throw for 1, minus 480. That feels like pretty good value. That feels like pretty good value there. Geno Smith's alt passing. Maybe we go with 200 plus, minus 440 is pretty solid. Like I said, he's only come up short 1 time in the last 10 games. Interesting. Let's check out some receiving props, see what DK's set at. God, I keep going down. And Jigba's up at 72.5. That feels high. DK's only at 59.5. A little bit more doable. 59.5 for DK. Lockett in at 15.5. No Fan in at 30.5. Let's go to receptions. So look, the yardage is decently off, but 5.5 for Smith and Jigba, 4.5 for DK. Juice to the under on DK, juice to the over on Smith and Jigba. So no Fan in at 3.5. Tyler Lockett 1.5. Interesting. What's DK's alternative? So I think we're going with this. Let's lock this in. DK 25 plus yards. We're locking that in. He's going to get it. He can get that on one play. He's a big play receiver as well. Smith and Jigba, it's just too juiced. We could put him in at 40 plus, but I don't want him to fall short for us, so we're going to skip that. Let's go down to receptions. Smith and Jigba receptions. We'll go with 4. We'll take the 4 plus. DK, let's go 3 plus. We're already at minus 253. I like that. That's what I like for receptions. Can we do a Lockett 1 catch? We can. You know what? I think this is worth the risk. Tyler Lockett. Look, DK and Smith and Jigba are going to get all the focus. Is Tyler Lockett really not going to get a single catch? We're going with it. This is a passing offense. He's going to get 1 catch, man. Tyler Lockett is going to get us 1 catch. Let's go to rushing. I don't know if I guess Walker's not in this game. By the way, I think it's important to do one more thing here. Let me pull up another tab. This is very important. Let's do an updated weather report here late on Wednesday night. So this should be nice and up to date. Let's check out Chicago's weather for tomorrow. If this will load. Come on. Chicago. Let's check it out. Let's go to hourly. Make sure there's no wind or precipitation that could ruin the passing. Yeah, all tomorrow night looks beautiful. Mid-40s, cloudy, no precipitation, wind, single digits, mid-single digits. We're good to go with that. So let's pop back over to FanDuel here. So the passing is just fine. Charbonnet, I mean, do we do an alt rush here? You figure if they have the lead, they're going to really lean on that running game. His rushing attempts is set at 16.5, so it's juiced to the under. Let's assume maybe he gets 13. Let's say he averages 3 yards a carry. That's 39 yards. So maybe we do alt rush, 40 yards. Charbonnet to run for 40 yards. Do we dare do that? That feels a little risky to me. But, you're kind of guessing on the game script. If we think the Seahawks are going to win this game, if we think they're going to be milking a lead in the second half, should get plenty of yards on the ground. If we think this Bears team might just quit in the second half, let's put it in for now. We can always take it out. That already gets us to plus 107. Let's go back to passing. We got to go with Geno to throw us 1 touchdown, man. 1 touchdown from Geno. It's minus 480. I like it. And then the alt passing yards as well. Let's just do, God, we can't do 175. The difference is too extreme. Minus 1,100 to minus 440. Again, I'm a little bit worried here that if the Seahawks have a lead, if it is a game where this Bears team really, really starts to quit, I'm worried about the passing game just not being there in the second half. So we're gonna skip on that. We're not going to go with passing yards. And let's go back to just one more thing. We'll go to an alternative spread. I'm not going to touch the total because I think the total has a lot of variance. I think based on what the Bears do, it could end up, in the low 40s, upper 30s, or this game could be 55, 60 points. I mean, if the Bears want to show up, they've been moving the football. I know they've been losing, but they've been moving the football. But this is also a game where they could just quit. I don't know the mentality of the Bears in this one. We know the Seahawks have a lot to play for. They're going to come to play. They're off of, consecutive losses here. So let's go with an alternative spread to round this out. Let's take the Seahawks. Let's take them plus 8.5. Maybe the Bears pull off a crazy upset. It's possible. This is sports betting. Anything's possible. Are they going to beat the Seahawks by double digit? I don't see it. So what do we want to take out here? What do we want to take out here? Let me write this down. So we got DK 25 plus receiving yards. We got Jackson Smith and Jigba to get us 4 catches. We got DK to get us 3 catches. Maybe we take that out and we just go with yards for DK. I mean, maybe he doesn't have a huge game, but he gets 1 big catch. I don't want to fall short on receptions. So maybe we take that out. Let's take DK's receptions out. And maybe do we take Tyler Lockett out too? 1+ reception for Tyler Lockett? Boy, you would really think that's hard to imagine. Let's pop back over to Outlier. And let's scroll back up to where Tyler Lockett was. So here's his targets. Let's go to his targets. These are his targets. So he's been thrown to 2 times, 1 time, and 1 time in the last 3 games. If he doesn't catch the only target that's thrown to him in some of those games, this is not something we can bet on. I firmly believe in my heart that he's going to get a catch in this game. This is just not what I'm willing to lose with. So we'll come back over here and we're taking it off. Taking it off the board. And I think that's what we're going to go with. DK Metcalf, 25+ yards receiving. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 4 receptions. Doesn't matter how many yards he gets. They use him a lot. Zach Charbonnet, 40+ yards. We think the Seahawks have a good chance to win this game, and they should have a lot more game on the ground in that second half, especially if they're protecting a lead. Geno Smith, throw us 1 touchdown. And the Seahawks, alternative spread, plus 8.5. They can lose. They can get upset. By 2 possessions to the Bears? Unlikely. And that gets us to minus 102, right around even your money. If you want to risk $100, you get 98 profit. That is what we're going with for Thursday night. So write it down, pause the video, whatever you guys want to do. I like it, man. I like it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section which of those legs you think is going to ruin this ticket. I like that we took Lockett off the ticket. I like that we even took DK's receptions off the ticket. I feel good about this. I think this is going to hit. I'm definitely going to bet it myself for a fun size wager. I mean, nothing serious like in premium, but I'll put a couple bucks on it just for entertainment purposes. But yeah, guys, you see the numbers. You saw what I did on Christmas. You've seen the last 3-4 weeks. You've seen the whole year. You've seen this channel for multiple years. Stop hesitating. Get on my client list. End the year on a high note. Start 2025 the right way. Highly recommend it, guys. Like I said, I send everything right to your phone. Super easy. Just have the discipline to bet what I send you, and you'll be ready to go. I'll see you guys in the next video.